Hi everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to our webinar about ThingLink. I'm going to be your speaker today. My name is Kelsey Ray and I'm a librarian at Bradfield Elementary. But this presentation was put together by my whole team. And we have Cheryl Taylor from Vile, who's a librarian there, and we also have Kim McGann, who's the librarian at Cisneros. So they're going to be in the chat. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, feel free to put in your questions and they will help you out with those. All right, now I'm going to show you ThingLink. I'm going to be showing you the desktop version, but you can also use it as an app on iPads. Okay, so this is the app ThingLink, and this is the website version, like I said. And so we'll go through some of the stuff at the top. So first up, I want to talk to you about a misconception about ThingLink. A lot of people think that ThingLink is only a teacher tool. However, students can make ThingLinks on their own, or your whole class can collaborate with you to create one. The ISTE standard describing the skills and knowledge that students need to learn effectively and live productively in an increasingly global and digital society are covered by using ThingLink. The standards that ThingLink aligns with are number 1, creativity and innovation, and number 2, communication and collaboration. By attending this webinar right now, you're meeting the ISTE standard for teachers, number 5, engage in professional growth and leadership. So like I said, I'm showing you the website version, but the app works very similarly. All right, so first you would want to upload a picture right here, and you can do it from a hard drive, from Flickr, from Facebook, or with a link. It can be a panoramic photo if you want to really get creative with it. And then you double click to add points. You can copy or write the text or the links. All right, there are ThingLinks that are already made that you can search for. So for example, if I search for fairy tales, these are all ThingLinks that have already been made about fairy tales that you can use. If you want to go back to one later, you can click on the heart, and that means that you touched it. So you're going to want to see it later, and once you put the heart and you touch it, it's going to appear under your Me area. All right, you can share one that's already made. You can also make it full screen. You can post it, or you can remix it, meaning that you take what's already there and just add to it or change it up a little bit. All right, you can look at the featured ones, or you can create a stream of people to follow by clicking Explore. So here's where you can find ones that ThingLink thinks are really interesting, or some of the newer ones. You can also find people that make a lot of ThingLinks that you want to follow. And if you click on students, this is where you can make your groups, and you can add your students using an invite code through email. And then under create is where you can make a brand new ThingLink. So again, you can upload it from your hard drive, use a URL address, input from Facebook, or import from your Flickr images. You can also drag and drop. And like I said, you can do those panoramic images. Okay, when you click on Me, that's where all your stuff will be. So anything that you have done, and also anything that you have touched, meaning that you liked it. Also, if you have any images or videos or channels, if you are following anyone, if anyone's following you, and you can check out your stats to see how many people have touched a ThingLink that you have made, or if people are following you. You can also see how many people have remixed one of your ThingLinks, meaning they took yours and they just changed it up. So that's all under You. So any ThingLinks that you have made will be here under your You. All right, some examples of how you could use ThingLink include doing research using the digital resources through your library.garlandisd.net. So for example, this flamingo one, we just uploaded a photo of flamingo using Google Images, and then I used Pebble Go to get facts about flamingos. So all these dots contain facts about flamingos. And on this dot, I made my citation. So that would be a great way to teach kids about citing their articles. Pebble Go has a citation area already made for them that they can copy and paste. If I wanted to add a new dot to this ThingLink, all I would need to do is double click after hitting edit. And then I could add new information about the flamingo and make sure that you save it. Okay, you could also use ThingLink for flipped learning. For example, if you were teaching about money and you wanted the kids to learn about money on their own, you could send them this ThingLink by sharing it, and it would be their homework assignment to learn about different types of money. So you can embed YouTube videos in the dots. So this one is a field trip to a money factory. And you can embed facts about money. You can also use ThingLink if you're doing an author study. So in my touches, I saved one about Mo Williams. And so I could share that with my students. I could show it full screen. I could post it if I had like a classroom website and I wanted the kids to learn more about Mo Williams on their own. Since this one was already made, if I wanted to change it, I could remix it. Or you can just use it as is. So for example, here's a video interview with Mo Williams. Here is a teachingbooks.net audio of how to pronounce his name. Here's a drawing of him making the pigeon and the duckling characters. And here's one of his stories, The Duckling Gets a Cookie. You can also use ThingLink for doing differentiated learning. So another one of the ones that I've touched, I didn't make it, but I found it, is a fairy tale one. She used a panoramic picture, which means as you pull across it, the picture changes. And in this one, she's embedded lots of different assignments along with different fairy tales. So for example, when you click on one, there's a fairy tale. When you click on two, there's another fairy tale. These are videos from YouTube. And then there's an assessment. It says you have to draw these circles and work with your group to show how fairy tales and fractured fairy tales are alike and how they are different. So I really like this one because she's already put in those assessments. And if you get to the end of hers, she has where the students get to choose their assignment. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to search for a ThingLink that's already made. So if I was doing an author study on Dr. Seuss, which is coming up, you could pull it up. And once you find one that you think might be interesting, you can click on it. You can touch it like we've talked about. That'll put it back in your Me section. You can share it with someone. You can show it full screen, post it, or you can remix it. If you click remix, then wherever you double click, you can add your own information along with what was already there. Make sure you click this blue save whenever you are working on a ThingLink, because if you don't save it, it will not keep your changes. So make sure you hit this blue save and you hit the green save image. Okay, I don't want to save that because I don't want to remix that one. I want to leave it alone. So that's why I hit my back button. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to make your own ThingLink. So under my Me, you can also use your Create, but I'm going to do it under Me. because I've already uploaded a photo. All right, this is my dog, Sheriff, and I'm going to show you how we can add points to it and create a thing link describing the dog. This would be great if you were teaching about adjectives. Students could upload their own picture and add tags to it. Make sure that you always click that save image so it will be stored under you. All right, so we click edit. And then anywhere I double click, that's where I can add a tag. So I'm going to double click on Sheriff's head. And in my text, I'm going to put Sheriff is gray. That's describing her fur. So, sorry. We're going to put it down here in the text box. There we go. So Sheriff is gray. I make sure I save it. When I'm done with the whole thing, I'll hit save image. But right now I'm just done with that one dot. So now I could double click here. I could say Sheriff has a red tongue. Save it. Now I've got two dots. Double click here. Sheriff likes blue bonnets. Okay, so I've got 3 tags on here now. These little dots are called tags, and I can hit save image. So now my thing link is complete. I can edit it more if I'd like to. I can share it with people. I can look at it full screen. I can post it. And other people could search for it and they could remix it if they wanted to. If I want to get back to it, all you do is go back to your Me, and anything that you've worked on is there. Okay, the thing link that I showed you about flamingos was made using information from Pebble Go, which is part of the library digital resources found at library.garlandisd.net. These resources can be found by clicking on the green book on desktops at school computers, or you can use the website link at home. I want to thank everyone for attending our webinar about ThingLink. I'm going to put our information up and leave the chat open for a few more minutes. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat box, and make sure you stay tuned to the chat to get the link for CPE credit. And thanks again for attending our webinar on ThingLink.